If you think all duplexes by the beach in Long Beach are all the same, they're not. And this Long Beach property tour proves it fast. Today, I'm walking you through two very different duplex opportunities in two of the most recognizable coastal neighborhoods in Long Beach. And if you've ever thought about buying a home in Long Beach, California, where you can live in one unit and rent the other, these are exactly the kinds of properties that make that strategy so interesting. Because on paper, these two duplexes have a lot in common. Both are in the 90803 zip code. Both are 2-unit properties. Both have 1 unit vacant, which gives a buyer immediate flexibility. Both are in highly desirable coastal neighborhoods, and both give you that rare opportunity to buy not just a place to live, but a property that can potentially offset part of your monthly cost depending on how you use the second unit and what the rental market supports at the time. But here's the thing, when you actually stand in these two properties, they don't feel the same at all. And that's what I want to walk you through today. Not just what they are, but how they feel, how they function, and who each one actually makes sense for. Because if you're thinking about buying a duplex in Long Beach, especially near the coast, yes, the decision comes down to numbers, but also lifestyle, flexibility, and what your day-to-day life actually looks like when living in Long Beach. I'm Gia Silva. Let's start with this duplex in Long Beach's Peninsula. This one is priced around $2.3 million, and the first thing you notice is how it's set up. You've got a full 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in front, and then a separate 1-bedroom unit above the garage in the back. And that setup matters more than people think. Because this doesn't feel like you're squeezing yourself into one half of a duplex. It actually feels like you have a real home. And then a second unit that happens to be generating income behind you. And this front unit, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, gives you options. You can actually live here comfortably. Maybe one bedroom becomes your home office, another is for guests or family, or maybe it's that extra space you didn't even realize you needed until you had it. You can host, you can spread out, you're not compromising just to make the numbers work, you're actually enjoying where you live. And one thing that really stands out here is that the home has been nicely remodeled, and all 3 bedrooms are upstairs, which creates a really natural separation before your living space and your private space. It just makes the home feel more intentional in how it lives day to day. And this is where it really starts to connect depending on who you are. If you're a family, this makes a lot of sense. You've got the space, the separation, and you're in a location where being outside near the water becomes part of your daily routine. If you're someone who works from home, you finally have room to create that dedicated workspace without sacrificing your living space. And if you're someone relocating to Long Beach, California, or moving to Long Beach, California for that coastal lifestyle, the bay, paddleboarding, the walks along the shoreline, that quieter, tucked away feel of the peninsula hits in a different way. Because the peninsula has that slightly tucked away feel, still connected, but quieter. It's part of what makes it one of the more unique pockets when people ask where to live in Long Beach, California. So whether it's a family, a couple who wants more space, or someone who simply values that coastal lifestyle, this 3-bedroom gives you the ability to enjoy where you live, not just make numbers work. Also, as you move through it, you start to realize this isn't just about finishes. It's about what's already been taken care of. The things that typically catch buyers off guard after they close. The big ticket items like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, roofing, those all have already been addressed. The kitchen and bathrooms have been updated, the systems have been improved, and it gives the property a sense of ease. You're not walking in thinking, okay, what am I gonna have to fix next? You're walking in thinking, all right, I can actually just live here right away. And then there's the back unit. Right now, it's being used as a short-term Airbnb rental, which has been performing really well. But what I like about this is the flexibility. You're not locked into that strategy. If short-term rentals make sense, great, you can keep it going. If you decide you'd rather have someone more stable, you can easily convert it into a long-term rental and set your own rent based on what the market is doing right now. So you're not just buying a duplex, you're buying options. And for buyers thinking about investing in Long Beach real estate, that flexibility is everything. Now, let's shift over to Naples. And this is where the comparison really starts to shape, because Naples and the Peninsula may be close to each other, but they function very differently. Naples is built around its canal system, and that completely changes how the neighborhood is experienced. Instead of being right up against the shoreline like the Peninsula, here you've got water weaving through the community itself. Homes line the canals, there are walkways along the edges, and you'll constantly see people out kayaking, paddleboarding, or just walking the paths that run alongside the water. So rather than the water being something you go to, in Naples, it's something that's integrated into the neighborhood. That's a big distinction. On the Peninsula, you're closer to the open bay, the shoreline, and that more direct connection to the water and recreation. In Naples, it's a little bit more structured. And specifically, this property sits on the north side of Naples, closer to Mother's Beach rather than directly on the canals, which gives a slightly different feel compared to those canal front locations. And this Naples duplex comes in closer to $1.7 million, and right away you notice a different kind of opportunity. Instead of one large main unit and a smaller secondary unit, you've got two two-bedroom units, but they're not identical, and that's what makes them interesting. The front unit is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and it feels clean, simple, and easy to settle into right away. It has that contemporary, understated look where you can immediately picture your furniture, your daily routine. And the back unit, which sits above the garage, is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it has a completely different feel. This back unit here does need some work. Some areas, like parts of the kitchen, have been partially updated. You'll see newer countertops and backsplash, but the cabinets are still original, and some of the layout just isn't very functional. There's even a moment where you'll see that one of the bathroom doors actually hits the toilet when you try to open or close it, which gives you a pretty clear idea of the kind of improvements a buyer would want to make here right away. And then there are the practical things, the things that really start to matter once you're living here. You've got a 3-car garage setup that can actually fit 4 cars, maybe even 5 depending on the size, which in a coastal neighborhood like this is a huge advantage. Parking near the beach is always part of the conversation, and this one is one of those features that quietly adds a lot of value. There's also a shared laundry room with washer and dryer that both units can access, which makes the property feel efficient and functional without complicating things. And from a utility standpoint, you've got separate electrical panels and meters, which is something investors and owner-occupants both really appreciate because it gives you cleaner separation between the units, and each unit is responsible for their own utilities. Now, let's talk about the biggest question most people are thinking. Why is there such a big price difference? Because we're talking about over $500,000. And the answer isn't just one thing. It's a combination of size and layout, location, upgrades, current rents, what the future income potential could look like, especially with that vacant unit in the property and the condition. Because while the Peninsula property feels much more move-in ready, the Naples property, particularly the back unit, has some deferred updates that a buyer is going to want to factor into the overall investment. Starting with the Peninsula, that property leans more towards someone who wants their home to feel like a home first, with income as part of the equation. And a big reason for that is the 3-bedroom front unit. That extra bedroom makes a difference. It opens a door for a larger family, someone who needs more space, or even someone who wants a dedicated office and guest setup without feeling tight. It also has more upside from a rental standpoint. Now, compare that to Naples. This property leans more towards flexibility, and in some cases, a more straightforward setup from an income perspective. And this is exactly why I love doing a Long Beach property tour like this, because what looks similar online almost never feels the same in person. So now, I want to know, which one would you choose? Peninsula, more space, more privacy, closer to the bay? Or Naples, more walkability, more community, closer to everything happening? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to see more Long Beach property tours and learn more about what it's like living in Long Beach, make sure to subscribe. See you next time.